Hello and welcome to Rage Across the Internet presents Wherever Gaia Takes Us, a World of the Apocalypse Let's Play. Starring
Daniel Tyson as Ricochet,
CJ as Nightfang,
Melissa as Hippolytus Shadow,
Tommy Dixon as Walks with Anubis.
and I'm your storyteller, Porter. A lot of you make your way to the campsite. Falling Leaf is there. He appears as if he has been waiting. You'll notice that his pack is decidedly missing. It looks like he has done what he can to cover up the tracks. But he turns as you approach, greeting you warmly.
his pack is missing? Like his backpack?
Yeah.
Okay.
His satchel.
Thought you meant like the rest of his pack.
We are his pack, right? Anyway, we have some news for you.
I think I have some news for you as well. After you.
Well, ours is more of a show. Don't tell. We took care of that thing. Would love to get your opinion on what the hell it is.
Interesting. How gruesome do you think the scene was?
It's disgusting.
We are in agreement? He scans over all four of you.
it was definitely something, and disgusting is one way to describe it.
Yeah, you kind of need to take a look at this and its little spudlings.
Then we do mine first.
Fair.
Lunch!
Yeah.
I don't know if I can appetize it right now.
Oh, better now than after I see this thing.
Fair.
Mm-hmm.
As I shiver.
At least we know it's not going anywhere.
I found a place nearby. You let me do the talking if questions.
Deal.
Deal.
Deal?
He leads you guys southeast, back down that hill, across that stream. As again, you've seen before, you guys know that view. You head your way down. You're behind a couple businesses, a bank. You know, there's a gas station a little ways around the way, but just like half a block off, there's a little place called Hop's Diner. A charming little local place. It's like so many you've seen in various TV shows, small towns around the way. You know, a tan and red color scheme flourishes throughout the building. Several booths line the large windows with the bar that faces the open-ended kitchen.
Of course.
You walk in, and eyes are on you. There's maybe 15 people, new faces, so they're paying attention. But the place has not stopped moving, so it's not that dramatic. You can see a portly bald man hard at work in back, cooking up the lunches. The waitress approaches. She's not a day over 20. Blonde hair with dark roots, the hair's pulled back into a ponytail, strands of hair falling to either side of her face. Freckles adorn her cheeks, and her emerald eyes glow as she smiles. The name Lucinda appears on her name tag.
Table for 5, please.
Right this way. She flashes a little smile and takes you, over to a back corner booth, which is fortunate enough because it keeps a lot of the prying eyes away. Cassie, you notice the blonde from this morning is sitting at the bar and sucking on a cup of coffee. It's the only other human being you guys have seen, all right?
That's fair.
You recognize someone. Hooray.
Oh, yeah. Yay. She didn't see me. I saw her.
Yeah, no.
So it needs to be said.
Exactly.
I know where you are.
Pointing out the world. So obviously, there's menus at the table, whatever. She fucks off. She'll be back. It's fine. So, tell me about this encounter.
Here?
He looks around. Behind him to the wall. Over his other shoulder to the corner. I don't think this one is listening.
You got jokes. I like it.
We can stay quiet enough. This place is pretty busy. They'll never notice.
Who cares about the monster movie we are talking about?
Precisely.
Okay, then. Starring in this movie, we found a monster in a cave. It was actually a quite spacious cave, which, another reason I want to bring you out there, we could use this as a bug-out area or a new area if we run into issues.
It would be good to have options.
It's a good backup plan.
Easily defended, 2 ways in and out.
And everyone is alright?
I'm still a little hesitant, but it is not a bad idea to at least have it there that we now know about. Just maybe somebody else might know about it as well.
It's a fair assumption.
I have serious doubts anyone else knows about this.
Well, all they have to do is follow the tracks, right?
That we easily found.
Yeah. We just need to clear up the tracks.
Or do we? If it has not been tracked this far, perhaps the tracks make a good cover.
Well, we have
Good
our
point.
options.
One does not go into the mountain lion's domain if the mountain lion is there.
That's a fair point. But this monster, quote unquote, was breeding.
He's feeding his little children, if you want to call them that.
Feeding, that's what they came out of. Some way, somehow, it implanted.
The waitress returns. What can I get for y'all?
The biggest burger you got.
Absolutely. The Jumbo Plus.
Make that 2.
Let's go ahead and go with 3 and Pepsi if you got it.
Absolutely. I will
Same
I will
with
take.
ginger ale.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Ginger ale. That's a nice choice. And how about you, sir? I will take steak, rare, and tea.
Can I get sweet tea?
Absolutely. See y'all here for the summer?
Oh, yeah.
A little vacation. Yes. Yes. Are you coming out to the festival tonight?
What's the festival?
Oh, it's a little thing we have every year, kind of open up the season for the tourists. It's a good time. We got all the stands, a lot of home cooking, a bunch of bonfires and stuff. You guys should come. It's tonight.
Where at?
Yeah, it is in Roche Park. She grabs a placemat from a nearby booth and draws a little map from the diner. Starts at sundown. Open to everybody. It's a great old time. Y'all should come.
Sounds like a good time. Thank you.
My pleasure. I'll be right back with your drinks. And she again fucks off.
Hey,
Yes.
guys. What happened to Twilight doing the talking and we just keep our mouths shut, huh?
His English is a little rough.
I think we got away with it.
Okay.
I've seen my fair share of diners. I can handle this.
But yeah, this thing had kids. Implanted them in the buck. By the time me and Nightfang saw it, it looked like those little kids had devoured everything but the bones.
Dante and I saw the birth.
If that's what you want to call it. These things
I'm
bursted
being
from it.
loosely translated.
Mm-hmm.
Cassie, the itching's getting bad.
Yeah, so I'm constantly itching that side of my thigh, going, Jesus, it's not stopping.
Fork looks pretty, like it would be pretty helpful at this point. Alternatively, you can spend a willpower to stop itching. That's up to you. But it's getting bad.
Is that still bothering you?
Yeah. Take the fork off the table, scratch, 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 scratch.
She got ahead. I did heal the wound, but something's going on.
Perhaps you should take a look.
Message to Cassie, assuming?
Yeah, I guess so.
I think rest of the room near the entrance. I would take a look.
Okay, I'll slide out of the table or booth or whatever, and make my way to. Well, my first instinct would be to go to the female bathroom.
That would probably be the right one. She's going to whip something out later. I don't know what. I mean, or yeah. I mean, obviously, you sneak off into the bathroom, find yourself a nice little stall because obviously you're going to have to drop your pants for this because thigh wound. So I'm going to assume that's going on.
Yep.
All right. The wound site is red and inflamed. It looks severely infected.
Shit. Okay. I'll pull up can I clean it with like water and stuff from the tap?
I mean, you can put water on it, but remember the mother's touch was used, so the wound is closed.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm going to do is sort of try to wash it with soap and water. The site, not necessarily because the wound is closed, the site itself. And then I may have to open the wound again. I saw those eyebrows.
Fuck.
Haha, you're on video now.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. That's for you now that I know you can see it.
I'm gonna clean the area as best as I can, then retreat to the stall and use like a pocket knife or whatever.
Do you have a pocket knife?
I hope so. I'm a runaway. I'm a runaway.
Runaway, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
It's not a fetish. I don't have anything like that. I have like one resources, so yeah.
I'll allow. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna cut my thigh.
All right, Dex melee.
Grit my teeth. Grit my teeth.
See how much damage you do, Dex melee? I'm kidding. Don't roll those dice.
Well, I have dice.
Int medicine?
I just love the idea of having to roll it to hit and then damage for opening your own wound.
Roll int medicine to sew yourself back up.
Right? It's like, oops, you overrolled it. You crippled yourself. You got to go to the battle scar chart.
You no longer have a leg.
Now, nice job, point
hit one of those important arteries.
You grab your pocket knife, slitting into the wound. The smell is terrible.
Oof.
A green liquid starts flowing from the site.
Mm-hmm.
It's something more. Chunks of things.
Oh, God.
It looks like maggots, but not maggots. Tiny things. I mean, they're larger than maggots. You're like, yay. About
loony or toony size?
About the right, about the size, but the texture, like very tiny pineapple scales.
Oh God. Yeah. I'm kind of. Oh God.
First person who got hit.
I'm gonna kind of limp over to the door and yell across, "Hey, Dante, come here!"
In the diner?
Yes, I'm not gonna wander out with this. No. Let me rephrase that.
Please do.
Yeah, let's reconsider that.
Hello, other fellow children that I came into a diner with. Follow me to the bathroom, please.
To the women's bathroom.
Okay, I'm gonna plug the wound with like some sort of. There's not really gauze in here, but I need something to absorb it. So
if only
how
there was something in a woman's bathroom that absorbed things.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm thinking. I'm going to pop open the tampon section or the pad section and stuff it in the gap. Pull up my pants, and, limp out.
This is amazing.
I love it now.
I know I do too.
I didn't love it earlier when I was coming into this.
And go, we need to talk. Like, some of the scales are in my leg.
I want to be clear on that. They were moving.
Yeah.
In case I wasn't clear, you're pregnant now too, like the buck.
Yes.
Okay.
They're in my leg.
What?
Did
What?
this-
What's in
yeah.
your leg?
In my leg.
What's in your leg?
The little spuddlings.
Oh,
Um,
just looking to Twilight here, like, hey, what, any ideas of what we should do?
We have to get them out. I have.
Yeah, just tears probably not a good idea.
No.
In your leg.
Okay, how many more times do I have to say it? I cut my leg open, and there they were. Now I've got a pad in the wound, and I need somebody to come and take a look at this.
I can reheal the wound once we get it all out.
But how to do that?
this is a problem.
I roll my eyes so hard the earth shakes.
I'll be
Did
the
we,
judge of that. Hold on.
Did we walk here or did we drive here?
We walked.
Okay.
How do we have a car? It's parked
We-
somewhere else.
Some are hidden from
Yeah.
you.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
Which
the thing. It's
wasn't
like, did you go and get
intentional at
that? Or, yeah.
Falling Leaf grabs the salt from the table. Folding the napkin, he dumps the vast majority of the bottle into said napkin. Pack this in the wound.
Okay.
It will hold for now. We can get a better look later. I do not suspect we could all fit into the ladies' resting room without drawing attention.
Can't exactly leave after we ordered either.
I mean, we haven't gotten the food, so it's not like it's, you know.
This is our source of food. I'm not drawing that conclusion right now. Where we leave after ordering, and yeah, we wouldn't be able to come back.
On the bright side, the itching is way subsided now that there's a bunch of like blood and goo on the ladies' room floor and, little seedling men's.
Okay, I'm going back to the ladies' room with the salt and doing exactly as instructed, packing like into the wound and killing whatever things might be alive in there.
It burns like hell, but because, salt, it's like salt in an open wound.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
Go figure, right?
yeah, right. But mixing with the blood, it actually is packing in quite nicely.
Mhm.
And from what you can tell, they are all gone.
Yeah, I have no medicine, so yeah,
It no
I
longer,
will say yes.
like, it still hurts, but it hurts different. I mean,
It's not itchy,
right?
it's sore.
Exactly.
Okay.
The itching is gone. The fuck ow salt is still there. But you did that to yourself, frankly.
It's the lesser of two evils.
Right?
I love all of this right now.
I'm going to try to clean up the bathroom as best as I can because I don't want the next person going in there and seeing blood, gore, goo all over the floor.
I think that would affect the Yelp rating.
Yes. And also, women's bathrooms tend to be cleaner than men's, so it might be
Lies.
acceptable in a man's
That's
bathroom,
not
but
true.
not in a woman.
That's such lies.
That is a total fucking lie.
I've seen it. That's the problem.
So have I. I've had a couple. Yep, that's
Yeah.
untrue.
Yeah, it's very.
Y'all
very
are disgusting.
Anyway,
Yeah, moving on. So yeah, you do your level best with that. And there's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
But once you decide that it looks acceptable, you return. And hey, lucky you, by the time you got there, the food has just arrived, fresh and hot.
I am just plowing into this burger
Yeah.
So,
with a mouthful. Welcome back.
You get all the spudlings?
I'm going to throw a french fry at Night Fang. Yes.
What a waste.
That was a
You know,
perfectly good
looking at that fry now and thinking about, everything so far, yeah, I'm just going to set that down.
Ricochet's all for it. He would eat it off the floor.
Why waste it? wouldn't let it hit the floor.
Yeah, no, it's not that. It's the spuddling stuff that we've had happen today.
Yeah, that got pretty gross.
I'm eating. Stop talking about it.
Falling Leaf is happily enjoying his steak, having no frame of reference for what the fuck you guys are talking about. Just having a steak, enjoying his tea, living life is good.
Oh, I devoured that burger in like 4 bites.
How's your finger, by the way?
I don't know. I looked down at my finger.
It's a little pink.
Seen that before.
Oh boy.
Is it itchy?
Is it itchy?
Not yet.
But it's pink.
Yeah, no. But we dealt with the thing in the cave and all the little ones as well, so hopefully when we go back it should just be you get to see the aftermath and hopefully help us identify the thing.
And I'm going to grab the salt shaker and put it in my pocket.
Weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little weird.
You gotta take the pepper with that?
Nope.
See if they got cumin.
What, not gonna keep those set?
Just going to keep the salt. Might need it for later.
I don't know why.
Just in case, I guess.
This,
What, worried about getting hit with it from its dead body?
No, but I already cut myself once. I could be having the same problem right now. Let's hope not.
I enjoyed my burger and fries.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
The rest of lunch, it's pretty tasty. Yeah, it's nice.
Nothing beats a diner burger.
Right? You know, yeah, nice small town fucking diner, local. You know, it's a good meal. It was a good meal. Falling Leaf was kind enough to pay.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, thank you.
You get the next one, yeah.
Maybe one of these guys.
You know who I am. My pockets are as empty as yours.
All right.
Just saying, I'll take a free meal or anywhere I can get it.
So, you lead Falling Leaf to the caves?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
With a nice full belly. So I'm patting it as I'm walking.
You had some food.
Mm-hmm.
Which is funny because you guys had. Well, that's not the point. What's going on here? A lot of you make your way back to the caves, leading Falling Leaf back through the tunnel to the main room, where he hovers over the corpse of the creature, his head tilted to the side, slightly confused.
That's not a good sign. I was hoping you would kind of know.
The stargazer takes a knee, pokes at the creature with a stick that he took topside. It does not smell like a worm. This, he picks at it some more, prying one of the scales. It pops off a little excess blood from it, but you can see tiny seeds fall to the ground. This is a gorgon.
So they look at him very confused.
Like a femore of the wild. I have heard vague stories. I believe this is called a cedar.
I guess the name tracks?
That definitely tracks with what's happening.
My pack alpha, Gaia, thrice wizened, encountered one time. Him and one of his proteges. Apparently they feed on local wildlife and hypnotize humans to bring them larger game. At which point they plant their seeds to the babies. It slowly replaced the local life.
With itself.
Hey.
Gross. So there could potentially be more of these.
Potentially. You said a human was leaving food for it.
Correct.
Yeah.
We have his scent.
Probably under the cedar's control.
That makes sense on why he was quick to react.
Yeah, but if we killed it, would it still be under his control?
How the hell should I know? I've just heard of it. He pokes the thing a few more times with a stick.
More information than we have.
It's something we can check out.
Might not even be the same thing.
Cassie, how's that thigh?
What does that mean for my leg?
Yes, let us see the wound.
I will, drop the old pants and let them see the leg.
Out of respect, I'm going to turn to the side for Cassie.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Falling Leaf goes to inspect.
I'm holding my light close.
Even better, because we didn't talk about that at all.
Yeah, we're in a cave.
So that just happened. We can just know that happened, too.
Yeah, just making sure.
That's right. Thank you. Arigato. He inspects the wound, pulling the tampons out. A magician with scarves. It hurts like a son of a bitch as his fingers are flat on in the wound, spreading that salt around. Take a rage, point of fact.
Woo!
It's taken a bit to not fucking slug him.
Seeing that, I start to brace her a little bit.
Good call.
With my one open hand. Guys, a little help here?
Yeah. I've been in a similar spot, so yeah, I'll come out there to help.
Now, does that mean I get a rage back or add on to?
You gain a temp rage.
Yep, temp rage.
Okay.
He, again, inspects it. A few minutes pass. I think we will be okay. Wash it out, and then we can re-heal the wound. Or you can, I'm shifting.
So salt helps?
Salt helps stop the bleeding.
That's
How is that
question
you're looking?
you with the salt.
Yeah, well, I'm going to cut my finger open then.
All right.
I got just a little prick by one of the scales. Hey-o. So yeah, I'm going to cut my finger open and see if any of those little seedlings come out.
Doesn't look like it, but it's a far cry in terms of wound size.
You said it was pink. I just want to.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could just be infected. Probably want to go wash that out yourself.
Yep. So.
Yeah, you don't have any, but
You're not expecting.
right.
No spuddling for you.
Right.
Good.
No tater reveal party for you.
Right.
But it's obviously something you'd be concerned about having just seen it.
Uh-huh. Exactly the point.
Now, Twilight, what do you think of this as a fallback area?
I think it could do. Torches or two. We can set fire to this
thing.
But on the water, we will build raft. I don't want fire that big here.
Fair.
Yeah, let's get rid of this fucking thing.
By all means.
Alright. Drag it back out of the cave then.
Along with the deer carcass and its babies.
At least it's got handles.
It does.
Yeah.
The rib cage.
Well, I was thinking the antlers, but sure.
That too.
There's plenty of handles. See?
We'll help carry it out this time.
I'm going to stay away from the scales as much as I can.
We'll spare the details on that a lot of you were able to get the creature's body up and out of the cave system. Sheltering one better. I could even a couple hours dispose of the body.
Do you want us to roll, picking up wood, tying it together?
No, I don't want to. I'll spare you guys.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Couple hours though.
Yeah. But I am going to make you interact. So there.
I'm going to spend some time in an alt form to speed up the healing process.
That is a good idea. We are going to make the argument that over the course of the next couple hours, that egg's going to heal itself up. So you can go ahead and erase that damage.
Okay.
So what do we do about the human? About the man that was carrying or bringing it food? Is that next on our list of things to do?
Well, we're going to have to, yes.
Honestly, I'd say, yeah, that's probably not a bad idea. And if we try tonight, there is that festival thing. A lot of people might be there. Less likely to accidentally catch more attention if something goes wrong.
There's no attention to grab if they're all at that festival.
Exactly.
Yeah, but what if he's at the festival?
You're not tracking him there. That'd be too confusing with sense.
Yeah, no, then if we find his place, we could just wait there for him.
You did rip the door off his car.
It
Yeah.
should be pretty easy to find. I mean, at that point, do we even need his license plate? It's the one missing the door.
Yeah, but we don't know how many cars there are.
Even if there are hundreds, it's the one missing the door.
I mean, you could have it inside a garage. You gotta go open up every single one of them, take a look.
He's got a point. I mean, we could go to the local DMV and actually get an address.
Mm-hmm. You got the sense, so could try following that, although the rain might not have helped there.
Well, he drove off in a car. I'm not tracking that.
Yeah.
Plus, I couldn't because I didn't smell him.
Essie, you got any ideas?
We could go to the DMV. I don't know. We don't honestly know where he drove off to. He just drove off at quite a speed. So, I don't know. It would make sense to go to the DMV and try to get the information, but I don't know how successful we're going to be.
What person in the DMV is going to give that kind of information to a bunch of kids?
Who says
Someone
we
who's
use
got
somebody
persuasion.
there?
You looking to sneak in?
Why not? Everybody's going to be distracted by this event.
Mm.
All right. Cassie, we might be up. B&E specialist.
Yeah, I can do that.
What are your thoughts on this, Twilight?
We must not lose sight of why we are here. We have been guided here by Gaia through visions. We must stay true to that.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting tired of these visions. I had another one last night.
In order to effectively do our part here, we must integrate with the people.
Kill two birds with one stone. You can still go to the DMV while the rest of us are at the party.
These visions
And
are
they
happening.
did say that there was going to be a lot of bonfires. And those dreams, they have a lot of fire.
These visions are happening to all of us. Falling Leaf at Twilight is a very good point. If this monster's dead, the ones under his control are not so much of a concern at this point. Or a lot less of a concern.
Yeah, unless there are more of them, but yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what can we do with these visions, because we get details, but not a lot of useful stuff yet. I do like your bonfire angle, though, Cassie.
It's a solid point.
Now, I don't know if they're like a literal representation, but if something could happen, it might happen at the bonfires.
And even if it does not, making our presence known makes us less of a stranger, which makes our activities less suspicious.
True.
Yeah.
We hide amongst them.
Pretty good at that already. Best hiding spots right in plain sight.
So we go to the party.
While you are doing that, I will see about securing somewhere to stay in town. Whether we use it or not, it is suspicious that we...
Don't have a cabin.
or a hotel room, or...
That's fair.
I certainly won't mind it.
Better than sleeping on the ground, right?
That depends on the... depends on where we end up staying.
It's alright, I'm kind of used to it.
Keep going like that. He might take that as a challenge.
First of guilt to them rest in station. I'm not worried about where I sleep.
Damn it.
Yeah, laying down some knowledge on us.
Some, maybe not trial by combat, but maybe some trial by rock, paper, scissors we'll do later.
The joke is on you, Ricochet. The one challenged picks what challenge is.
I mean, you're right. We shall see, I guess. First, let's go party.
Yeah, I'm down with that course of action. Who knows, maybe we'll run into other Garu that call this area home, and we can be allies with them.
As long as we don't let Ricochet talk.
I accept that.
I'm assuming
Yeah,
dusk
quick.
is happening then. I'm assuming we're getting to dusk then.
We very well may. Before you go, I might suggest you maybe do something about some of this clothing.
Yeah, it might not be a bad idea.
It might be best to freshen up a bit.
What do you suggest?
Freshening up a bit.
You saw a clothing store in town?
It's a thrifty shop. Just away from the diner.
Good to know. I did not notice it when I was at the diner.
We were inside.
We walked past and around.
Do not sass me.
I'm not sassing you. Oh, that was good. That was fun.
Alright, let's go to that store.
I'm a little broke.
Don't look at me.
Falling Leaf reaches into his pack, pulling out a wad of cash. He starts leafing through it. $100. You make it do. All of you.
It's a thrift store. I'm sure we can. Thank you.
Hey.
Not again.
Surprised it wasn't yen.
I live in Arizona.
I couldn't resist. I'm sorry, Twilight.
You're fucking children.
You're such a dick.
Come on, man.
Just playing my character, guys.
Alright, how close is this thrift store?
Across the street from the diner. Motherfucker.
But we're not at the diner. We're in the cave.
No, we're not.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
We dealt with a body. We were outside dealing with that.
So we're in front of the cave.
Okay.
Yeah,
Jesus, this fucking guy all of a sudden, right?
we made the walk to the diner once.
You can't find your way back there, man. I don't even...
Alright.
Y'all just the worst Garu. That could be your pack name. Like, fuck, for real?
That's a good name. I'm down.
No.
Right?
Fuck for real. I'm good. I like it. Just because I know Danny's going to hate it.
Let's go get some clothes.
Fucking fancy man here. Okay. I want perception alertness rolls from all of you. Stat. Please and thank you.
See, now you've cursed my dice. I got one success.
Hey, I got one too.
Lose 2.
-1, but not a botch.
Wait, what?
Say that again, sir?
-1, so 2 1s and an 8.
Okay.
Not a botch.
Not a
Just
botch.
a fail.
This is just a
Yep.
sentence you don't hear very often.
Yeah. I get two.
Okay.
Oh, we're in Ahmed.
You guys notice that you are on planet Earth
Oh, here we go again.
in America. That's about as far
damn.
as you got.
Probably have to grab Night Fang at some point because he just zones out walking.
Oh,
You may have walked into a tree. Dude, if you botched, that would have been amazing. It made you like trip over a root and fall down a hill.
So
That would be.
close.
I know, right?
We put one foot in front of the other in a direction.
Yeah, look, no, you made it. You found out. You remembered where you were. You remembered where you were going.
Somewhat.
It's the best I can give you. You guys with your fucking rolls.
We were led by Ricochet.
When I need you to nail a thing, you can't understand anything but ones. But when I need you to fuck up, it's all tens. I see how you guys are.
If we're still in the woods, let's shift down to Lupus and do it.
But why would you do that?
To get a better roll.
So by cheating. So no, you can't. It's like, why would you do that? Because my player didn't get good enough rolls?
Would have been 3 then.
Yeah, for
seeing.
Would have been 3.
Yeah.
I just forget that I do it because I wasn't in Lupus.
Okay. All right.
I'll find it for you. Yeah, it's a merit.
Cinnamon and cloves. Slight whiff of those in the air.
Like a pie?
No, cinnamon, and then clove cigarettes.
Oh, ew.
Interesting. On the way to across the street from the diner.
No, in the area in the woods.
We're not alone.
The scent of civilization in civilization is not noteworthy. However, yeah, in the woods.
We're not alone.
I mean, yeah, Twilight's just back there.
Cinnamon, cloves,
Salt.
possible.
Pepper.
Fuck off.
Time.
Rosemary.
Cigarettes.
Okay. What are you getting at?
We're not alone. Holy shit, guys.
I mean, yeah, there's camp. Like,
There's someone else
way.
around here.
Well, you smell it. Track it down. I got nothing.
Going in that direction.
Okay. I didn't pinpoint anything. I just said around.
I'm looking around first to see if I see anything before I shift. What are you doing? Throwing what?
Dice. Roll.
I'm trying.
Well, I'm distracting you.
I mean, at that point, I would be looking around too again.
That's perfectly
He's
fair.
alerting me to somebody's around. Oh, that's not one.
That one fell on the ground.
So 3.
Oh, not anymore.
I'll have to reroll it.
Yeah.
So 3, but still.
4 for looking.
Is that going for the two of you as well?
I'm sticking with the Oblivious from the previous roll.
Okay.
4 for me.
Okay, and you said
3.
And with sight.
With sight.
Okay.
Without 2.
Yeah, because I'm just looking around to see what I see, because I want to shift down, but not yet.
You're alerting us, so now I'm stopping and looking.
Cassie, you see a little bit of movement. It's a bit of a ways off in the distance. You couldn't quite make out what you saw, but you saw movement. From your vantage point, Dante, you got it's human, humanoid in shape, at least, not moving very fast or skillfully.
I think we got a hiker. Just a few clicks that way.
Far enough away, though.
4.
Shift.
For what?
To shift.
Well, why? I'm just trying to get your train of thought here. Why? Doesn't seem like a threat to me. Just looks like a hiker.
Unless you want to get like a closer view just to be sure.
That's what I'm thinking. In a closer look. Better idea out of Lupus.
Doesn't look like he was looking or walking this way, so...
But in fact, it was not.
Then I'm going to shift to Lupus. And then another look around.
Just a second. Hold on.
Okay.
Just a second. You were saying?
Or look around and perception awareness roll.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3. So 4 for everything, and then all 4 for
Normal, 5.
4 for normal, 5%. Thank you.
4 for normal. Dibs on band name.
Damn, that's a good one.
That could be a pack name. If you
I
really
was
want
about to say
$4
that could be your pack name. You should go 3 for normal, so you can argue which one of you is the asshole.
Me.
But,
Not arguing.
but what, I don't know what you're looking for. Sure I do. I started this.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. The wind can shift in your favor. The figure was the source of those particular scents. But the figure is, in fact, moving in the opposite direction.
In the direction of our camp, though? Or no?
No one said that.
So it could just be a hiker.
All right. Yeah. It's going the other way. Let's just stay clear. Keep an eye out for others.
Yeah. Let's go get some new clothes.
Yes.
Well, used clothes, probably.
Some new threads.
There you go.
That's a saying in the 90s.
Sure.
Let's go get some new threads. Making our way downtown.
There's a song where they do that.
Walking fast. We're not homebound, though.
Okay.
Nobody.
Great.
All right.
All right. So,
Back up to Hamid before we get into town.
good. All right. You find a way again back to the diner, and you see there's the Salvation Army. It's right there. You know, it's in a strip mall with a couple other things, like a shoe store, an antique shop. Nothing overly special, you know. It's just a Wendy's down the way you can see. It's nothing overly, nothing odd. Standard fare, small town kind of shit. It's getting a little late, so as you make it to the Salvation Army, you notice there's nobody else in the store. I mean, just the employees, but it's nice and quiet, allowing you to shop in peace.
I'm going to look for a sweatshirt that says Camp Anawana on it. Try and blend in as much as possible.
Do you find a few used camp? They're all for children. So, I mean, you can get one, but...
All right. Sucks.
You're a little old for that camp. That's the better way to put it. They don't...
Okay.
Yeah. You're a big boy. They don't come in big kid sizes.
Within a Campfire Lake shirt I've been looking for.
Well, there is no such thing.
I retract my statement.
So you didn't know that. You can still look for one. You're just not going to find it. The point is, you guys have some cash, so if you want to use this time to tweak your wardrobe, by all means.
I'm going to peruse through the store looking for a sweatshirt.
I bet you'll find one.
I mean, no specific anything. Just kind of just a regular old sweatshirt. And a new flannel.
All right, excellent. You know, I mean, look, we're not quibbling on the details here. This is the chance to, any changes you want to make to your wardrobe or just extra shit because, you know.
Hence the sweater and the flannel.
Right, because, you know, Talesman dedication does not include free dry cleaning. You know.
And grab enough flannel or two, if anything, to add to the overall wardrobe.
Right.
Just in case you need a spare.
Exactly. You know, bloodstains happen.
Mm-hmm.
You get shot in Glabro, those bullet holes are still going to be in that shirt.
Might need a shirt there, bud.
Just thinking.
Considering you did take some bullets to the belly.
I thought
Yep, that is definitely on the list.
Glabro.
I just remembered it wrong. So there.
He yanked that door off in Glabro.
Let's see, there it is. Like, yeah, it sure's got some bullet holes in it. Maybe get a new one. Like the shirt you were wearing. Coincidentally, the exact same shirt's on the shelf in the fucking thrift store. It's crazy.
Yeah. Plenty of Batman shirts out there.
Nice. Which Batman now, though? 93. That's going to be...
The old logo.
Well, that's going to be...
one of two logos.
Right? That could be Michael Keaton. That could be Val Kilmer. I don't remember. Yeah. It doesn't matter. It's not important. That's not the thing that matters here.
No. It's just a Batman logo and we'll all recognize it.
Yeah. Pack spirals descends and goes, wait a minute. Val Kilmer wasn't Batman that year. Fucking retreat. That's going to be the qualifier. Yeah. That's weird that you saw my script, didn't you?
No.
It's exactly how the story ends.
Damn it. Little do we know, these are the most important decisions of the entire Chronicle.
Wouldn't that be some tricksy shit?
I wouldn't put it past you.
I know, right?
I mean, if the Fae get involved, I wouldn't doubt it either.
As we're perusing through the store, don't worry, guys, I can dedicate these.
That makes this a lot less awkward, and also makes it so we don't have to ask Twilight for much more money. You might want to figure out something about that, though.
Dibs on the change.
I mean, if you're not going to be respectful enough to give it back to him,
We'll see.
just going to try and find the most generic shirt possible.
You find a white t-shirt that says shirt on it.
Perfect. This will do. Is there a black one?
No. It's too fancy.
Black one says other shirt?
No, it
No,
says
I said
pants.
you can't find it. It's too fancy. Man. Being picky with his generics. It's crazy. So, that's done. Yeah, you guys are...
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
New clothes.
Anything else on your agenda that I need to know about?
I mean, other than figuring out where that park is, where the vessel's being had. Because I don't think any of us have figured that out.
I'm
Should
sure
draw us a
with the
map.
campfires, we're going to find it.
And she did draw you a map, which
I mean,
I will totally believe that one of you took. And we'll just allow that to happen, even though no one remembered to say anything at the time.
We were a little worried about crawly thingies in a leg.
That's true. Which is why I'm willing to just... We
Yeah,
can
that-
just
that
know
happened.
that one of you took the map.
Yep. That happened.
Feel like I didn't mention that someone left tip, but I promise it happened.
Twilight has the map.
Who gave it to you guys, because, you know, whatever. This is the thing we're discussing. But if there's nothing else,
I don't think we have anything else.
I don't.
Alrighty.
all right. Well, you make
I
your
won't
way.
even try to steal the clothes.
That's sweet of you. The sun has gone down while you were inside. Fresh from the thrift store, you are walking on the street, following said map to the park, and there's electricity fills the air. As the sun relents to the onslaught of the night, several bonfires rage. The scent of barbecue and smoke fills the air. The chatter and laughter is all but a dull roar under the incendiary guitar licks of the rock band playing in the pavilion of the park center.
Barbecue smells good. Who wants something?
Oh, how much money we got left?
30 and some change.
Does it cost anything? Because sometimes these things don't cost anything.
Well, let's go find out. The best smelling one I walk up to.
All right. As you start to make your way, you notice there is a like a ticket stand. I mean, it's not a ticket, but a little, like a ticket booth, which is listing $5 as an entry fee. You notice the people around you all have little red wristbands.
We gotta blend in.
There goes our money. 4 tickets, please.
Okay, it's just $5 per cover. No tickets.
5 per person.
Yeah.
4 people.
Yeah, that's fine. So, takes the 20, boom, you get your red wristbands. Which, have fun, welcome to town. The wristbands get you access to everything. Welcome to Willow's Pass.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
As I beeline it for some food.
All right.
Where do you recommend us going first?
What do you like? Music, drinks, there's whatever. There's the bonfires, just have fun. Come on from me. Fuck.
Straight for the sweet corn.
Yeah, following you.
Yeah, where the food is.
This pack has a singular thought at all times.
Hey, it's
Food.
good food, home cooking.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's plenty. There's ribs, there's chicken, there's burgers and hot dogs. Except they're out of whatever that Ricochet wants because he sassed me a minute ago. So, like, if you want a hot dog, you can have hot dogs, but you got the last one. Ricochet can't get one.
Well, I went straight for the sweet
Aw.
corn, so.
Yeah.
So we can get a pulled pork sandwich.
You know who can't? All right, anyway.
I'm gonna munch on my corn as I walk around.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. It's a beautiful night. You can, again, electricity's in the air. The atmosphere is fun and light and jovial, and it's a nice... Look, it ain't sleeping in the woods, right? And it ain't getting attacked by fucking seed monsters. No, there's not a gun in anyone's mouth. This is a nice reprieve. Nightfang and Dante, I want perception rolls.
Okay. Two successes.
Oof. Yeah, okay. Moving on. It's a nice night.
I'm munching on my corn as I'm watching the band play.
Just having a good time. There you go.
I'm having a good time. Blending.
Sounds good. Cassie?
Not a care in the world.
Great. It's a festival. Be festive.
I start bobbing in place to the music
Great.
as I'm munching on my corn. Why is this funny?
Shucks, man.
I'm telling you what I'm doing. Why is this funny?
Because you're still eating sweet corn.
Ricochet, what are you doing?
Sweet corn's delicious.
Getting mad that no one wants to give me any food that's left. They keep running out.
You can have food now.
Okay, thanks.
I'm done making your life miserable. Oh, no. Right.
No, of course not. We're playing games still.
You're a good friend. So what are you doing? That's a real question.
I'm enjoying the music. Trying to just scarfing down some food.
Okay.
Doing a lot of people watching.
Cassie, what are you doing while Ricochet gives me a perception roll?
I am enjoying my meal as I sort of check out the bonfires. You know, just to see what's going on in and around it, you know, what the people are doing.
Roll yours, diff 5.
2.
It's the glaucoma
5.
pack.
3 and cent.
I think it's the glaucoma pack based on these rolls. You said 5 though, Cassie.
I only have 5.
Yes.
Well, it makes it less bad, but too late.
One's a 1.
All right.
3.
Okay.
Sorry. I'll stop sassing you.
Thank you. You see her now, a silhouette in front of the fire. It's Lucinda. She screams out, a scream of joy and excitement. Others join her as well as she begins twirling and dancing by the firelight. But the silhouette, the flame, it's just like you remember it.
It's Cassie that sees this. None of us else see this.
I'm going to approach just watching, but because this can't be it. I mean, we were supposing that this might be the site, but there's got to be something more than just humies dancing around a bonfire and screaming at it. So I'm going to watch for a little bit, observe, and then I'm going to go in search of the others and sort of bring them back to the spot.
You can see Nightfang and Dante from your position.
Can I raise my hand and sort of get their attention? I'm not like waving my hands like a crazy person over my head type thing. It's just more like, you know, raising a hand and sort of trying to get their attention.
Hey, liking this band, Nightfang? That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's better than what I expected from down here. That's for damn sure, but they know how to put on a performance.
Nightfang, you see her. Cassie, I mean.
Mm-hmm. Hey, it looks like Cassie saw something. Looks a little spooked.
Well, let's go see what's happening.
Yeah.
And
Just looking around,
Yeah.
watching people.
Get another throw. 2 successes and you see them. Cassie, what's the intent here?
I want them to see this going on in front of me and have them sort of see, like, connect it with the dream, as I have.
2 successes.
Yeah, you found it. So you all have converged on Cassie's location? Or
Yes.
So no one's decided to just blow her off?
No, going right to her.
Going right to her.
Just double checking, right?
That's super nice.
You wanted our attention. What's up?
Look, she's going to gesture at the woman screaming at the fireplace and everybody dancing around it.
Well, I mean, she's not still screaming. She didn't have an attack.
Oh, well, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. And again, it's absolutely that silhouette. And there's the fire. The context seems different. There's other people there now.
The fire's not out of control. What does this mean?
I'm not sure. Maybe we should go get Twilight.
This is
I don't
it.
think that's what we need to do. The dreams led us here for this reason. I mean, just to be here. We have to see how this plays out. Gaia wants us here to see whatever's going to happen. Something's going to happen. Stay on edge.
you're the shaman of the group.
Why'd you
Is this some sort of ritual?
Why'd you not say Sturge? I'm wondering.
Well, because there's other people around.
Okay, fair. Okay. Sorry. Take that back.
Yeah, it was good.
That was good. Nothing that I know. I mean, I'm fresh off my right.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
obviously, with rights, there could be fire. There could be many things. But this, being around here, being in plain sight, this would not happen. At least in my very little experience. You would have to look for glyphs. You'd have to look for many things.
I mean, maybe the dream wasn't about this moment. Maybe that was just, a show of how urgent it is and who we needed to be looking for. Or who knows, maybe now that we're here, it might change.
As you continue to talk, you observe her and the others in the distance by the firelight. They seem to come together in a bit of a group, and they all walk off, all save her, who turns in the other direction, walking into the woods. A minute or two passes, and you wouldn't have noticed if you hadn't been paying attention. But you hear a scream.
Let's go.
Yeah.
To that screen.
It would have been nothing. Another scream in the crowd. So many screams of joy and excitement, cheering on the band, general merriment, but this one was different, and cut short. As you make your way to investigate, you see her in the floor in the woods, on the ground, a man above her, very well built, very muscular. His face obscured by a werewolf mask, a hatchet in each hand, his bare chest riddled with scars and coated in blood of the young woman. He looks up at you and smiles. Initiative.
3.
1.
5.
8.
Danny, you said 3?
Yep.
So that's going to be Dante, your opponent, Cassie, Ricochet, and Nightfang.
Get any more context on this? You coming towards us, lunging, what?
Standing above her. You see him, he sees you. He looks up and smiles.
It's clearly a werewolf mask.
Yes.
Just scars on his chest? Do I see any, Okay.
We got
Thank
what
you.
we got. Yelling, what have you done? Running at him, still in Hamid. Shifting to Glabro to tackle him.
All right, man. I would assume for the,
And we're to fill in dots because that was a perm getting popped.
Ooh. Story 2. Better look out, man.
I've been the whole time. I didn't hit it. Dex Pro. 3 successes. Is there a damage roll for tackle?
Should be on the chart.
There is. Strength passion. 6 damage. And I will bank a rage.
Alright.
Well, that's how I filled it in.
Okay.
Sorry. Or else I'd have full permanent, or full temps.
Alright. And release. Ha! Alright, you dive at him, shifting up to Glabro to knock him away. He staggers back a couple steps. Doesn't fall. Doesn't seem phased. He raises one of his hands. Swing the hatchet into your side. Beat 3.
Yeah, I'm rolling a lucky.
Okay.
3, or wait. 3.
Okay. So brings the hatchet down to your side. It lands at an outer angle, so the blade itself doesn't break the skin. But you got lucky there. Yeah.
Hence using lucky.
Alright.
I had 0 on the first roll.
I mean, it wouldn't have been ag, but doesn't matter. Next, Cassie.
I'm running to the woman to try to stabilize, assess, that sort of thing.
All right. Let's do perception med? Int med?
Int med.
Int med.
Int med would usually be what it is.
Yeah, it's about the same.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, because it's like, if we're just looking, it would be perception.
Fair. You're not actually working on it.
Oh.
All right, I'm gonna put a point of willpower into this.
Okay.
I don't want to fuck it up. Oh, whew.
It's like an
That
operation
would be
scenario. You touch the
4
sides and she dies.
successes. That's 4 successes.
Okay.
Plus the willpower or including the willpower?
That's including the willpower.
All right. The good news is she's alive.
Okay.
The wound is at her set just under the rib cage. She's bleeding. She's not in great shape. She is alive.
Okay.
This is not good thing you were there.
And I'm gonna bank a rage.
Okay.
Just in case I need it.
Make sure we're doing that during the turn from now on.
Yeah, normally you would have said it before.
Yeah, before action.
Sorry.
It's not. No, it's okay because getting
We're
used
still
to
learning,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
that is a friendly reminder, not a what did you do? You know,
Yeah.
new system to y'all. It's fine.
Mhm.
All right, and so Ricochet.
All right, I'm going to think this out first.
That would be the hope.
Yep. Run, shift to lupus, run, kicking off of a tree, shift to Krynos. No, shift to Hispo. That makes sense? Literally,
Yeah, I'm breaking down how we're going to make that happen.
Yep.
So it's a rage for lupus
Rage for lupus.
and the run. Your little ricochet move is going to be a Dex Athlete,
Okay. Dex Athlete.
and then you're going to need another rage for the attack,
And then, yes, and then from Hispo to a...
which is yet another rage.
Yep, so plus 1 rage. Dex Athlete, plus rage, right?
Yeah, it's going to be 3 rage.
3 rage. So the rage to shift to lupus, the run.
And remember, if you fuck up that jump,
Yeah,
Okay.
I know, the whole thing's fucked up.
yep, like you don't get that shit back.
And then from the Hispo, biting, the Hispo move.
That's another one.
Right, it's the third.
I think it's the 4th.
1 rage.
One
To
rage.
lupus.
Lupus and run.
Shift lupus, right.
Right.
And then Dex Athlete.
Right. The run is the turn at that point.
Okay.
You know, the dash.
Right.
Once you start pogoing off a tree, that's your second rage. Into your attack.
Right.
To Hispo, that's 3.
Mm-hmm.
So if you attack as Hispo, that's your 4th.
Okay. So it's 4.
Told you guys this shit gets spent fast.
Yeah. So 4 rage.
I'm an angry motherfucker.
2, 3, 4. I was. I'm just dropping it down. Alright. Dex Athlet from Lupus.
This is a big gamble. I kind of hope this pays off.
6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For Dex Athlet.
Alright.
From there, shifted to
his
bow. And then the bite at the arm holding the axe.
Both arms are holding axes.
The one that swung at him. The one that swung at
Gotcha.
Dante. So bite. Dex brawl. 7. Okay. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.
Drop your diff by 1.
So 5. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Dex Athlet roll.
Okay, so 5. So that's strength is 6 plus the 4.
It's 12. 12 dice, Danny.
Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You rush to your opponent, using your forms to your full advantage. Springing off a nearby tree, you live up to your name, bouncing toward, shifting up to your massive Hispo form. His body, again, staggers several steps. You feel your jaws piercing flesh, tasting blood. You hear the cracking of bones. He staggers a bit more, sort of shakes to the side. The damage is done, but you are now behind him. Like he's managed to shake you off.
Still.
No, you got him. And, Night Fang.
Okay, so the plan is, since Cassie's got, is covering the woman right now, run up and just try spanking your rage real quick. And as I run by Dante, go high, and I'm going for a kick straight to the side of the knee.
And you're kicking him. I'm having trouble envisioning this.
I'm going to take trying to take his knees out from under him in like sort of a slide kick or a jump kick, whatever it takes, and telling Dante to hit him high.
Okay, so like you're doing like a sweep to the leg and hoping that Dante follows through. Okay, all right. We'll call that a kick for rolling purposes.
Mm-hmm.
Does that go into my turn, or is that my bank rage?
Your turn is next.
I know, but I'm just wondering.
Did you bank a rage?
I did.
You know what? Go for it.
Okay.
That can count as your banked.
It's a cooperative action, so that's...
Yeah, no, good call.
That is 3 successes on the kick.
Yeah. Roll yours too.
If I go high, then I'm haymakering at the net, or, because I'm on, uppercut, basically.
Okay. What was that result again?
3 successes.
Okay.
And that's just the hit, that's not the damage, right?
Correct, that was just the hit.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh.
The damage was 4, since still in Hamid.
3 on the hit.
Yeah.
From Glabro.
And 3 damage.
Okay. The kick in combination with the already staggered opponent from the previous attack. He almost falls, catching himself just in time. However, is hit square on with the uppercut. You feel that jaw shatter under the weight of your attack. He still doesn't fall.
It's his turn. It's Dante's next turn now.
At this point, not wasting any time since this guy ain't going down, I'm shifting Krynos.
Okay.
And we'll claw for his throat. 6 successes. Beautiful. More. 9. That was a lot of dice.
You beat the shit out of that soak roll.
You did?
Oh, yeah, you did. Your claws strike true, ripping the throat out of the opponent. His head almost comes flying clean off, held back just by the littlest remainder of skin in the back of the neck. The body lurches forward 2 steps. Its arm raises and falls.
At that, I would turn tail quickly and get to the girl.
As you start to turn, you hear off in the distance just behind you a click and see a bright flash of light. The scent of cinnamon and cloves hits the air. A girl with a camera.
Fuck.
Hey, how about that ending? Everybody, do us a favor. I know sometimes you like to skip the exits here, the outros here, but bear with us just this once, please, and thank you. How about that, huh?
Oh boy, your damn cliffhangers every time.
That keeps you coming back for more.
It's frustrating and irritating, but yet you're right. I can't stop.
You're welcome. You guys are in a situation.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
Well, so for the rest of you, we hope you've enjoyed the actual play so far.
I know playing the game, I'm enjoying it, especially having to come back after not playing for so long, getting back into it, getting the bearings going. This is a lot of fun.
Oh, it is. It is. I'm glad to be back writing again, playing again. I mean,
it's a big deal.
Yeah, a little trying sometimes, but
I can only imagine.
But hey, everybody, we hope you've enjoyed these first 2 parts. And of course, the series isn't done, clearly.
Oh, absolutely not.
But this is a nice little stopping point here at the end of the second story to, number one, thank you for listening, as always. But to let you guys know, and I think we've mentioned this on other episodes, who knows?
Yeah.
With the way we've been stacking episodes lately, who knows what was said when?
I don't remember.
We're straight up booked on episodes through January.
Well,
like the Let's Plays aside.
Yeah, through not even the Let's Plays, right?
Yeah, they're not all recorded yet, but we're scheduled.
Yeah, and even then,
into I think into the first week of February.
Something like that, somewhere around there. And even then, who knows when this episode comes out?
No, we do, because we have a schedule, but...
That's a good point. We just haven't looked at it yet.
Right, we're just not looking at it right now. That's mid-December.
Whew.
Maybe the end of December?
Either way.
Happy New Year!
Somewhere around there.
Esque.
Happy
New Year-esque. Shit.
Holidays.
That's why we're doing it, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you all know things get busy.
Yeah.
And we want to make sure we're here for you. So,
that being said,
yeah, if you want to be here for us, we got a couple things that we're obviously taking the time out here to talk about. tacking this on at the end of this episode. So number one, we will be recording. We haven't done it yet. We're waiting on it. A Q&A for the Let's Play.
Correct.
So if you guys have any questions about the game, about the game and anything related to the game,
characters, setting, time,
yeah,
all the above.
Yeah, system changes, motivations, whatever. If you're curious about it, please, if you're not on our Discord, if you are on the Discord, rather, we have a special room just for those questions. If you are not on the Discord, please email us, rageacrosspodcast@gmail.com, or hit us up on the Facebook or on Twitter.
Yeah, all of it.
All of those links are out there, but we need these questions to fill an episode. So the more the merrier. And we'll read them on the air. You'll get your credit for it. You even put in how you want to be credited if you want.
Yeah. Mostly
we'll do what you ask. There's going to be a limit.
Oh, if you're saying that way.
Well, look.
Yes, you're right. But we need the questions. The questions is a big deal. The feedback, also a big deal.
Oh, we love to hear the feedback. It's food for us. We've
Positive,
said that about
negative.
the postmortems the entire time.
Yes.
But yeah, if you have questions, things you're curious about, please send those in and they'll be on air. If, yeah.
I can't imagine there's nothing that people are going to be curious about.
Yeah, who knows? But we wanted to reiterate for everybody that's a thing that's coming, and we want to do it soon. So by the time you hear this, if you've got a question, send those in.
Please.
Right? Also, though, another thing about support is I want to remind you guys that we have our Ko-Fi out there. I hate...
We don't like shilling, but we kind of need to shill.
Yeah, like I don't want to sit here and be like, hey, give us your money.
No, and no offense, Tom, but I hate when you say that shit. Just give us your money. Like, no, we're not here for that.
Yeah.
Just listening to us is a big deal, and we appreciate the support.
Yes, sharing with people is a big deal.
Very big deal. But at the same time, if you feel like it's necessary,
if you feel like we've earned it.
Yes.
If you can afford it and you feel that we've earned it.
We would greatly appreciate it because a lot of fucking work goes into this.
Right. Like forget our normal monthly expenses. Mm-hmm. But yeah, there's a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of effort. And, hey, your donation, maybe that bought us lunch today. It didn't.
No.
But it could have. Potentially.
It could have.
It can sit there in our fund for,
when shit
equipment
inevitably breaks.
Right. Equipment upgrades. I know there's that desk thing.
Oh yeah.
That I was looking at, I was showing you about.
Mm-hmm. We
want to make like a little fucking mobile podcast station.
Mobile podcast station.
Just like the sound of it,
I mean, yes, it's cool, but it's little things like that.
Right. Like we don't need that, but It would be, not only would it be cool, it'd make our lives a little bit easier, I think, because we have the mics at that centralized location, but also I could have some of my living room back because I could just wheel that shit off to the side and then, oh my God, look, this is a living room table. This is a coffee table. You could put coffee here.
Inside baseball.
Why not?
Holy hell, I guess.
I mean, look, we're so busy it doesn't get a lot of use, but the principle.
Right. Yeah, this is still your home.
Right.
But back to the episode at hand and the support, again, greatly appreciated. It's a huge deal for us to bring you this show, and it's an even bigger deal for us to show appreciation for your support. So, the Ko-Fi has the tiers.
Yeah, the 4 tiers.
All that extra stuff we're bringing you. 4 of those tiers, also kind of a big deal. Those postmortems are so much fun to do.
They are.
And
I mean, it's extra recording time.
It's extra recording time. It's extra editing.
Yep.
Those are my favorite to put together. They also take probably the most.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. And again, then these are it's our way of saying thank you for your donations.
Correct.
The NPC of the Month Club, and that, that gives you that look into what we do, or rather my personal Bible, which is neat because we're starting. I'm doing some characters currently,
some brand new characters,
right? That are from this actual play,
which is nuts. Because a lot of the other characters that you have been doing, I know of.
Right.
And I know versions of. And then you write the best version possible. So it's not always the version that I know.
Yes.
Personally. So when you're doing these newer characters and I get to see that background that I don't even know about yet.
Right.
It's a huge deal and it's kind of a mind-blown situation here.
Anyway, thank you, hopefully, for listening. We think you've listened to this, so hopefully, thank you.
Send in the questions.
Yeah, please, seriously. It helps.
Big time.
All right. Like, look, we can put on the show with what we got, and we can. It's just how much meandering are we going to do between the questions? So if you have them, this is the perfect place. Again, thank you so much for listening. And, we will see you obviously next week for a regular episode, and in 2 weeks for chapter 3 of Wherever Gaia Takes You Out. I don't even know the name yet because I haven't written that script. It's going to be a ride.
Yep. Stay tuned for more.
Yeah, please do. And we'll see you later. And hey, we promise we're not going to have this long meandering end next time.
No,
it's going to be back to the
regular old outros.
Yeah. So take it easy. See you next week, everybody.